To all of us, the words are fleeting and lately have been slipping through my fingers like seaweed yearning for its rightful place, a return to the ocean. And in this time and space, I too yearn for a rightful place, a sort of safe cocoon to shelter in, one that won't break open in the hands of the wind, rattling my outer edges. It would feel safe and somewhat better to stay there, to climb into that space alone, quiet and still, not wanting to muster up any energy it would take to find my way out, to close my eyes and not wonder what I will become, to allow time to shape me and create my beauty while I spread my wings after my metamorphosis is finished. A rite of passage that we all yearn for in some way. And the amount of time it takes us to arrive there doesn't matter. We get there when we get there. And yet, we can't possibly have made it this far to walk away from all the possibility we hold with each other. The desire to feel seen and listened to is a strong pull for all of us. It's the validation of our very existence. It's what connects us to the greater humanity and says, yes, you are special and you are worthy. We're waiting for someone else to say these words, to actually look us in the eye and tell us we wait. And for so many, we still wait, waiting for my voice to be heard. Now, the eager kid inside of us insists. Now is the time. Stand up and say it. They will listen, only to be pulled back down when we realize no one is listening. The 24-year-old finding her way through the day, no clue who she is or wants to be, wondering if she will have friends once they know her, once she knows herself. Now, she says, now is the time. We need to stand together. Do it now. Her voice trickling off under a faint bell tower from a clock 3 blocks away, telling her she needs to be somewhere else. And the 41-year-old first grade teacher who's fought her way through the hard to get to the now, tiptoeing her way through the rocks on the shore so as not to burn or cut her feet. She's been here before and yearns for that ocean tide to come onto shore and cool them off, the rocks and her feet. I should say something, she thinks to herself, but am I safe to be myself when I don't know if they will like me when they know me? Her voice, a silent whisper in her own head. The 63-year-old who turns to the one next to her and smiles, regardless of what's happening around her. She knows she has something to say, and yet can't find the words. It's been years since she even tried. It didn't matter. No one has ever listened before. They are us. We are them. The cocoon can't hold us now, not in a threatening way, not in the sharpness of scissors or hate or cut glass or defeat, not in any of that. The anger and hurt and sadness and disappointment has taken care of all the pointy things. But in the beauty we already are outside that safe space, in the recognition of each other, the belief in our own selves to say now is the time, in the knowing that in this time and space, there are others just like you who've rested long and maybe enough, who know the cocoon doesn't stay intact for us. It's simply handed down from generation to generation and has existed on different branches of different trees in different moments of different decades and centuries. What do we have left to prove? And to whom do we feel we need to prove it? We don't, I say. We don't need to prove anything. We already are. Through the tears or the hurt, the ashes or the fire, we've been here all along. When do we get to step into ourselves? Regardless of how hard it is to feel like we can speak up again, to climb uphill for the 7th and the 29th and the 35th time, we lay down our fears, pick up our vulnerable, tattered, and broken hearts, and link arms. Now, she whispers, now is the time.